Hey everybody, this is Death by D4, and welcome to my guide on how to play as the Drunken Master Monk subclass in Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. There's a lot to go over, so be sure to subscribe and let's dive right on in. When you take this subclass at 3rd level, you gain proficiencies in Performance and Brewer's Supplies. I'm not gonna lie, but this feature is basically garbage for you, especially since you're not likely gonna have a very high charisma score to begin with. Either way, trust me, it's just bad. That's all I'm gonna say about it. Thankfully, you also get Drunken Technique at 3rd level, which grants you the benefits of the Disengage action and a 10-foot bonus to your base walking speed whenever you use your Flurry of Blows feature until the end of your turn. Nothing too crazy, but this does pair really well with your Stunning Strike feature, allowing you to reserve your stuns for key targets while still being able to move safely across the battlefield. Of course, you still have a couple of levels to go until you actually get Stunning Strike, but I digress. Either way, this is a really nice feature for you to have, and one that you'll likely get a lot of use out of later on. At 6th level, you get Tipsy Sway, which grants you a couple of new bonuses in the form of Leap to your feet and Redirect Attack. With Leap to your feet, you can stand back up after falling prone by only using 5 feet of your movement. And with Redirect Attack, you can spend 1 key point and your reaction to force a melee attack made against you that's missed to instead hit another creature of your choice within 5 feet of you. Damn. Though I'd argue that Leap to your feet is a pretty minor thing overall, being able to redirect your enemy's attacks back at their allies can be pretty significant if utilized correctly. Either way, just make sure that you don't forget that you have these, as both can really help you out if you ever find yourself in a bit of a pinch. At 11th level, you get Drunkard's Luck, which allows you to spend 2 key points to remove disadvantage from any ability check, attack roll, or saving throw that you make. Wow! Though not much of an offensive feature for you, its defensive capabilities are actually kind of absurd, as you'll now have an easy means of countering any debilitating effect laid upon you. Not only that, but once you reach 14th level, you'll gain access to Diamond Soul, meaning that you'll basically have no reason to ever be afraid of another saving throw for the rest of your life. Definitely a really solid feature for you to have, and one that you'll surely be glad that you have for later on. Finally, at 17th level, you get Intoxicated Frenzy, which allows you to make up to 3 additional attacks with your Flurry of Blows feature, provided that each attack is made against a different creature. Okay, just wow! Considering how far you can move on your turn already, let alone the improvement to your Flurry of Blows received from your Drunkard Technique feature, you could easily use this to stun up to 5 creatures in a single turn. That is just insane! Seriously, what an absolutely amazing feature for you to get, and one that's certainly worthy of being the capstone feature for this particular subclass. Alright, so that does it for all the subclass features. Now on to just a few of my own personal recommendations concerning it. Though the Monk always has an edge in terms of its maneuverability and speed, this particular subclass plays really well into that, as the best use of its unique features is for running around the battlefield and attacking multiple targets. That said, though I would usually recommend taking the mobile feat for this, because of the bonuses that you receive for your Drunkard Technique feature, I honestly don't really think that you actually need it for this particular subclass. After all, you're already getting most of its effects for free anyway, so it'd be kind of a waste if you did take it. That said, since their effects don't technically line up completely, you still could, but that's just my recommendation. Now, as for a race, consider playing as a Halfling, as they all come equipped with Halfling Nimbleness, which will allow you to move freely through any space shared by a creature that's a size larger than you. And remember, you're technically a small creature when you're a Halfling. You could also look into playing as a Wild Hunt Shifter as well, as its abilities just line up really well with the Monk class in general. Finally, let's talk about feats. Though it's a bit of a stretch, you could consider taking Martial Adept and selecting Evasive Footwork as one of your maneuvers. With this, it'll make it even easier for you to stay safe while weaving in around enemies on the battlefield. And you could even use this to help you bait out attacks that you could then redirect. Oh, and for your other maneuver, I would just recommend taking Trip Attack, as being able to possibly prone and stun a creature on the same turn is just absurdly powerful. And that's it. If you liked the video, then be sure to subscribe and let me know what you think down in the comments below. And if you'd like to have the chance to play D&D with me, then feel free to join my Discord server, and consider supporting me over on Patreon. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see all of you in the next video.